All right. Next round, we've got Chris. Chris, you dressed up for us, man.
I did. I wore a fun shirt today.
Look at that. That
Yeah.
is
How
so
are you guys
good.
doing? It
We're
was
doing good, man.
excellent listening to Adam there talk about smart plans and how he used those. I really think that
Mhm.
set the tone of how to use those smart plans in your favor. I mean, 9 years of doing follow up, that's awesome. To be able to do those touch points over 9 years with automation and not have to lift a finger,
It's pretty
like
nutty,
that's
right?
huge.
It
Yeah,
is, man.
huge.
Well, I think that's probably one of the biggest strengths that Chime has. The ability for us to do that long term, right? Through the smart plans and through the AI. I think that's key. I have a question for you, Chris, before you get going, because I'm getting this a lot in the chat and separately. Um,
Mhm.
I have a concern from a lot of people saying, well, this is all great, but where would we start? Like if we're just at the most basic level, Chris, where do we start?
When it comes to the platform, or do you mean like
Yeah,
lead
the
gen? Or
platform.
yeah, when
No,
it comes to the
just the
platform,
platform itself.
I work with a lot of clients myself, and what I notice is just understanding the basic navigation is really where to start. You got to understand where your navigation tools are. Any software you move to, any CRM, it's just a basic thing. You have to learn the navigation where they go. From there, focus on setting up your pipelines that make sense to you in moving from left to right, or however you do it. I normally move from left to right, just the way I work. It's the way we handwrite. But set your pipelines up in your system. You're going to set your columns up so that they give you a view that's an advantage to you, that makes sense to you, because our columns you're able to organize. And really that's where you start. Once you understand the system enough, making sure that you have follow-up is the most important. Those smart plans, I feel like, are the most important. Basically, when you bring leads into your system, if you do nothing, what are they? They're just leads in your system. It's a list. It's a paper list that is nothing, right? But if you're following up, you're staying top of mind, you have these tools in place, that list has money in it.
Yeah.
And you will find that money if you utilize this system. And I have a journey for you guys today to show how Chime is so strong in all avenues, but also introduce our marketing team.
All right,
Um,
let's do that. And then
so
just one thing, guys, I'm gonna put Lily, I'm gonna put Barry's number on there. Please text her so that we know how to do the giveaway. Only because the chat gets a little crazy. And then we'll do a giveaway here at the end of Chris's session as well. All right, Chris, back to you.
yeah, sounds good. I'll go ahead and share my screen now. I made a deck for you guys, a little fun experience here. So I wanted to set the mood for you guys. Give me a second and I will present this for you. It is causing me not to be able to present this for you guys.
It's all right. I'm looking at it just fine, dude. You can do
Yeah,
it
you
like
guys
this.
can see it. So let's just leave it here. So basically, I wanted to do a fun marketing game with you guys, set the tone. This is how we think about marketing and how our marketing team thinks about marketing with you guys. So I wanted to set the tone for you guys on why we may have certain conversations with you and how you should treat your brand. So first off, I wanted to show this fun little visual of all these brands here, and how they resonate with you is a big deal. How these brands resonate in your mind, right? The color, the logos, you guys remember them, how we all sort of relate to brands in our shopping experience, consumer behavior, right? So we look at that with you guys on how that consumer behavior can relate and how we can be a more powerful marketing engine for you guys. Our marketing team, there's 10 of us here in Phoenix. If you run digital paid marketing with us, you get consultation with us, and we'll help you. We'll help you create some marketing that can compete with the level of how these guys set up their marketing strategies and give you some suggestions. So this is really just a fun game. Look at how these logos make you feel, who you shop with. Me personally, I gave this example to Tristan the other day. Nikon's a big one for me. I shoot photos. Swaying me from Nikon would be almost impossible. So I want to show you guys how this relates to your brands in your world, right? And you guys as brokerages. So as you guys are out there pushing your business, whether you're handshaking, handing business cards at open houses, your digital marketing, your follow-up plans, You want to make sure and be consistent. You want to have a recognizable logo for your business. And if you don't have one, you're an agent, right, on someone else's team. Rely on the power of their logo. There's a lot of you who are a part of Real, a lot of you who are a part of Remax, EXP. Rely on that brand strength to help build your name within your community. And if you do have your own brokerage, remember that having a strong logo and a strong, consistent message across all avenues of marketing will help you. I want to show you guys in this fun exercise some bullet points, really, of why we look at marketing this way, and how it helps all of you to look at marketing this way. It takes 5 to 7 impressions for people to remember your brand. Color improves your brand recognition by 80%. 73% of consumers love a brand because of customer service. 73% prefer brands that personalize the shopping experience. Presenting a brand consistently across all platforms, that's a big one, across all platforms, can increase your revenue by 23%. A third of the world's top 100 brands include the color blue in their logos. I'm sure you guys all can think about a brand right now that's the color blue, right? 72% of the best brand names are made up of word acronyms, right? These are all just, things here, why branding is so important as you use the system and you're out there in the world talking to your leads, right? Brands that blog generate 67% more leads. That's a huge one in your industry. 67% more. And this is e-com and real estate. This is everything. This is just stats from 2022 of consumer behaviors. But how that relates to you guys is relying on things like our social studio to minimize your time on 4 separate platforms, maximize your view on those social engines, and hopefully get a piece of that 67% more leads coming into you. So that's a huge stat there. 62% of consumers share online deals with their friends. Another reason that you should be on multiple platforms and you should highlight the value in your business. Those loan programs that Adam has that he spoke about, those different buckets, you're able to share those deals with certain buckets. Remember this one. This one's huge when you guys go out there, when you market and no one knows who you are. 62% of consumers share, or 59% of shoppers prefer to buy new products from a brand they trust. So what that means is, are they going to trust you? Do they know who you are yet? They're buying a house from you. They're not buying an iPhone. So remember that. It may take a little bit more to get them to be a customer of yours. So just remember, after they see you multiple times, they're going to build what I call digital rapport with your brand. They're going to see those impressions and your brand will resonate. Eventually, they will come to trust your brand to ask you questions. So that's why it's really important to carry a consistent message across all avenues. Now I'm going to go ahead and skip. This is how Chime comes into play, right? With branding and marketing with our team. Like I said, there's 10 of us here. So when you run marketing with us, you get to speak to our team. We'll help you with marketing. And today we're going to cover our paid campaigns. I'm going to cover a little bit on retargeting and remarketing, the customer journey, that web that Adam spoke about. I have a visual web for you guys that took me a little bit to make pretty for this slide today. So I want to show you how that web really works, an advantage for Adam, for us when we run ads for clients. Remember, Adam's an advanced technical user. He understands these platforms and can do it himself. What our team is here to do is we're here to take that busy work and you being in these analytics platforms and ad platforms away so that you guys can be better customer service people and better salespeople at the front door. So I want to walk through that customer journey, the 360 marketing, and then how those results look, right? So here is our digital marketing offering. This is our paid offering, right? So we offer Google PPC, including LSA. We now offer Microsoft and Bing ads. Those are now the reporting's all within the CRMs and platform. We do Facebook branding and Instagram branding. We do have our dynamic catalog campaigns that can be used at multiple stages within the funnel. I personally like them for the mid funnel for retargeting and for remarketing and re-engagement. It's a nice way to get people to actively click on listings. YouTube branding, again, you can run traffic through YouTube. You can build your channel, but we offer that as a service. GeoFarm print service. So I wanted to highlight this one real quick, and I'm going to stop sharing so you guys can all see me. We do postcards now. We have QR codes. So
with the QR codes, I love
Yeah,
that.
with the QR. So traditionally, why that's so important is postcards are what's known as one way. We mail it to somebody and we don't have a measurable form of return. Well, with QR codes and text codes being present on all of our postcards, driving those back to your platform, we're able to identify that return on investment as much as we possibly can. We have a team that can help you design these, and we also have an auto purchase within the CRM that you can go make some just sold postcards, has your information, QR codes, and you're able to generate. We also have farming. So just wanted to show you guys that. Let me go ahead and share my screen again and share my deck.
Chris,
So after the geo,
how would people get a hold of you or the Chime team? Where do we go for that if we have questions on any of this?
normally chat support can directly connect us if they don't already have a marketing person they're speaking with. Today, I do have a link if anyone wants to schedule a call with us. Remember, there's a lot of you in here, so if a lot of you click that link, it may take us a second, but I will have a link for you guys to schedule a call with us directly, so that you guys can, consult with us, ask us questions, how this could work, for you, and our program could work for you. We offer Facebook listing promotions. Those are self-service in our platform, and they start at $99. This one's huge. If you're a listing agent and you have properties, not only does our social studio can those auto post to your social platforms, but you can do paid self-service paid campaigns for those listings to generate leads quickly. I think it's a great entry point if you have listings to marketing, because at a $99 cost, it's a pretty low cost out of pocket, because we do have some minimums on the other forms of marketing that we have. After the Facebook listing campaigns, we really love talking about retargeting and remarketing. If your audience levels are meeting a level that we can start actively re-engaging and retargeting and separate campaigns, we can do that for you guys and create touch points within the actual marketing funnel, like Adam spoke about earlier. Why choose us? You get to work with us. You also get an AI that's free when you do any of these paid campaigns for any of your paid leads. So what I mean by that is anyone who registers from a Google campaign, from our paid leads, we have an AI that comes with your paid lead generation package, and it will work those leads for you. So it's a great backup system to you vetting those leads. And then it's a less out of pocket for you actually buying the full AI package. Another great way to introduce you to our AI, and in the future, you may use that for the rest of your leads. We do have a seamless integration with our CRM and our website. We do some advanced conversion tracking that's going to help you guys in the future to be able to continue advertising at a high level for you guys. And we are also known as a Google certified partner. And I have to give that up to the entire Phoenix team and our technical teams across the world, because we all have to be certified through Google to get that badge and be a certified partner through Google. So really great there. Next, I want to give you guys a quick example of how retargeting can work and why it's so important. These are just examples, right? And I'm going to give you a quick example from this bullet point at the bottom. Increased awareness that PPC cannot deliver on its own. Example here is that, say I bring you 40 leads per month, right? Usually there's about 5 times in that of people who clicked your campaign that didn't register on your website. What's happening with those people that made it to your website and they disappear? They didn't register the first time around. This is why retargeting is so important. We're able to retarget your Facebook and Instagram page engagers. We're able to retarget landing page viewers, video viewers that watch content on your Facebook and Instagram page. We're able to retarget CSV lists of anyone, pocket holdout audiences that you want. And the difference here of doing this is that you can have a small budget, and you can see there, for a small $231 budget, we maintain a cost per lead, but we're able to hit 1,700 people uniquely in reach from this retargeting example with 3,500 impressions that happen. That's in excess of the Google click traffic, right? You're now hitting these people on social platforms where we know they're there every single day. Remarketing example, when we're driving people in your CRM back to your website here, at $80 budget, I was able to reach 3,700 unique people with 9,000 impressions based on the way we optimize for those landing page views, bringing 95 people back and re-engaging them to the website This specific example was from a client from Boomtown, and we re-engaged a lot of those Boomtown leads back onto his new Chime website. Brand new domain, different domain than Boomtown, and we were able to do that and drive those leads here. So now we're re-engaging that audience that you already own, right? So here, the main point is increase reach and brand awareness across all avenues. We're driving activation, we're driving engagement and site revisits, and we have unique messaging within the funnel, multiple points of the funnel. So that's why retargeting is so strong. Now I want to talk about the funnel itself, right? This is how we treat the funnel in marketing. This is the customer journey. When someone doesn't know who you are, the first step is awareness. We all know big brands, right? And the first time you see a new brand, you're like, I'm not going to buy that, right? But that's your first step. You saw that brand logo. That's awareness. Consideration is when you see that brand or start to trust that brand enough that you're considering buying from that brand or using that brand's service, right? Conversion is when on at least the platforms, either when you buy something or you become a lead can be a conversion point. For us running lead gen for you guys, that conversion point is bringing them into your system. And then after the fact, it's repeat business. We can re-engage repeat business through our ad campaigns. So really, I wanted to highlight this point underneath again. For someone to consider your brand, they need to see your logo and brand at least 8 to 15 times before they consider a purchase. Now, again, remember what you guys are selling are homes. This is one of the largest purchases people make in their entire lifetime. So remember, just as you start advertising, people aren't going to come in droves because you're advertising and just buy from you, right? There's a lot of touch points they need to consider your brand, and they will, be able to, your brand will be able to resonate, and they'll be able to start trusting your brand, and they'll consider that purchase, right? So next, really, I want to show you guys how this funnel works. I want to show you.
I have a quick question about this specifically. Can we target a specific zip code when it comes to this or no?
So zip codes are not allowed on neither Google or Facebook, but when you upload a custom audience, so when I use a custom audience for certain people, we can narrow it down a little bit, but we still can't use zip codes within that. Facebook doesn't allow that within the housing category, and neither does Google. Google eliminated zip codes early this year. They were tightening up on it, but it's now completely gone from their platform. So we can't even target by zip code. That is primarily because the Equal Opportunity Act in real estate a few years back, there were a lot of people pulling zip codes by income. And that was considered targeting unfairly to the masses. And so Google and Facebook had to tighten up based on federal law. And that's really why that's not allowed. So zip codes, no, to answer that question.
Got it. And then I have a question for you. It's a good question, only because I'm always looking to see why Chime is better. I'm always like, is Chime better than this? Is Chime better than that? I'm always comparing. Nicole has a question for you, and I think other people are thinking it. When you say Google certified partner, are you saying that you have this Google presence that you would get with something like HomeSnap Pro? Or how do you compare there?
That it considers us a partner through Google. It's just a recognition through Google. It is because we're all certified through Google's certification process. We also all have internal trainings on both Google and Facebook weekly with our teams to stay up to date on those platforms. Those platforms move really fast. So that's really what it is. It's a recognition from Google that we're all staying up to date with the platforms and best practices.
Perfect, man. And then when you're looking in on this, everyone else, and you're looking at whether you do Facebook lead ads through Chime or Google PPC, you've got to come in with a full understanding of what this looks like at the very end on the conversion side. We've been running we introduced Facebook lead ads to the real estate industry in Lab Coat Agents. So we understand what it takes. And Google PPC, we've been running it since 2007 or 8. So I'm going to give you stats as to what it looks like for the majority of real estate agents who work it well and who have something like Chime. You're looking at 1 out of every 100 closing. That's what it typically looks like. That's a real number. So you calculate based on that. If you are amazing at follow-up and you have all of the steps in place, yeah, that number is going to be a little higher. If you suck, it's going to be 0. So just know that going in, because I sometimes hear people saying, Chris, I hear people saying, oh, this number sucked, fake leads and fake. I'm like, you know what? It's 1 out of 100, damn it. That's what it looks
Yep.
like.
And we look at that with you too when we run marketing with you, and we'll show you what we see within the platform, so we can help educate you on what are we seeing as far as activation levels from the total amount of leads, how to prioritize, who's taking the most activity, our emails opened, our phone numbers verified. So that's what our team's here to also do on the back end when they run marketing for you, is to help you with identification of that within your CRM.
Of course,
So
you guys also have
part,
the lead score, and then if you have reevaluate, you have the reevaluate score too. So that helps out a lot as well.
Yep. Yeah. And we use a lot of filters, advanced filters. So I recommend everyone get comfortable with their advanced filters on looking to see our emails verified, our phone numbers valid, are people opening their emails? That's another stage within your own pipeline. Once they become a lead, are they even opening emails? Once you've made contact, that's another stage. Once you negotiate maybe a showing and then get them close to a contract, that's another stage. You know, so you want to consider every single stage within once they become a lead, and make sure that you're nurturing them all the way through. Our team is to bring you those leads. We'll help consult with you on how to put things in place like smart plans and things to follow up, show you the CRM and platform. But from there, it does take a partnership, and you have to adopt some real good follow-up strategies, both manual and automated, and really rely on the automation to do a lot of that busy work. So,
all right, continue. Sorry, man. Just wanted to add that part.
Yeah, that's okay. Next, I wanted to show you, this is the funnel. New cold audience. The whole top level is what Chime can do, right? We have postcards. We have our social studio, listing promos, seller campaigns, branding, Google PPC, Bing. These are the options that they have once they come in. When you run PPC, they're being driven to your website. From there, they can either register or they can make it to a retargeting campaign. I missed a little curly side over here. They make it to your website and they can either register or they can be retargeted. So this is a true funnel of how we're bringing people in. Every avenue that you're out there, putting yourself out there in the world, can be a part of this cold acquisition funnel at the top. Your open house events, your business cards, if you have a QR code on the back of your business card or your website even. You know, general organic and social posting across all avenues. Make sure to always use a link and drive them to your website. They'll also visit your page from there. And then if they don't register, we can make sure and retarget them. Then we can also do some re-engagement and remarketing for you. And our team can help consult with you individually on how that can work within your budget. After they come into your CRM, this is the big point of, you know, how Chime is also one of the best places for you guys to reside in real estate software, is all the tools. And on the next screen, I really want to highlight the tools after lead gen, because really those things are the things that are going to help you convert, right? And our team will help you set up an optimal lead generation funnel for your digital marketing and paid marketing and postcards. And then after the fact, you know, this is the why Chime is so strong right here, this whole page. You get an IDX website, you have a mobile app, you have customizable lead capture, you have an AI assistant for follow-up. That's a form of lead generation. You have direct mail and postcards and newsletters. We can also farm addresses for you, geographic farming. Your digital lead generation, we want to be a big part of that and help you guys out with running PPC, retargeting, remarketing, even branding and re-engagement, and strategic ways to do that and make it effective for your funnel. We provide you with a place for landing pages. We have the social studio, which if you spend a certain amount with us on digital marketing is free for the advanced social studio pro. What that allows you to do is to auto post all your listings across your social platforms in one house. So that's the exciting part, right? Is you do all of this in Chime's system and it's out there doing work for you. Automated property alerts are drip plans. Smart plans themselves are advanced drip plans, and like Adam used pipeline movement, adding tags, groups, all sorts of things you can do. Even zaps can be done through smart plans. We have the home report and CMA tools within our platform that are, after they become a lead, tools that you can provide more value for your business, right? Open house forms for when you hold those events that'll auto import into the CRM. You know, so we have those text codes, QR codes, even door knocking on our app. With our tasks in our system, our power dialer can be given call tasks to make you a list every single morning of all your calls that you need to make for you. We also have Slack broadcast integration, which I think is a very, very strong one. I've seen some powerful users use them. Zapier, we have Workspace, and we now have Calendar Sync, which is also going to be working with the AI assistant to schedule appointments on your calendar. So really, really strong here, all in one place, right? You get to do all of this. And our digital marketing team can help you at that top level, bring in leads. If paid lead generation is something for you guys. We can also help you with that social aspect. From here, this is what our 360 marketing is. It's a full funnel digital marketing strategy that our team will help you with. It's multi-platform branding and exposure. Remember that slide I first showed you about all those other brands, multi-platform branding and exposure. We get unique messaging across all stages in the funnel, just like Adam spoke about, in their awareness stage, consideration, and conversion. We get lead activation on your website. You guys have CRM tools after registration, and then Chime can become, again, the complete marketing solution for lead generation, right? It's not just one thing, it's many that Chime can do. It's a collective. It's a really powerful tool all the way around.
Chris, what would you say budget wise? Where would we start if we're a single agent starting out?
Really, I think listing promos are a great start. From there, I think based on our minimums, we have a $300 minimum on Facebook, $600 minimum on Google. There's reasons why, and we can explain that to you, but it's based on daily budget and the amount of daily budget allotted and how many clicks you're gonna get, and we can discuss that in more detail with you. But yeah, $300 and $600 for paid campaigns is a good start for anybody, and that's per month. When you do that math at 30 days, that's either $10 or $20 per day. So you want to think about it in that way of your budget. But that's a good start, is either listing promos or that $300 Facebook budget. From there, I mean, this is the results. You get data-driven objectives by audience type and stage in the beginning stages and all the way through with our tools. You know, even smart plans, moving through people through certain stages with content. You get increased awareness, increased lead quality at the end of the day because you're activating more people on your platform. You maximize communications using all your platform tools. You're really developing a successful pipeline management for your business. And then within that, we have very transparent data when it comes to our advertising, and then you're reporting within the CRM. And hopefully at the end of the day, this is the win-win, is that we create increased conversions for you, right? Using this platform and using some or all of the tools that we can provide in one house. I know if I had this tool in sales careers I was in earlier, that all this automation and management for my business really would have made life much easier. So
that is so true. Good point. All right, Chris, we're on time here. What is that at the bottom? Schedule now. What is that?
That is a link. So lastly, I wanted to leave a link for anybody that wants to schedule a call with our team. These are going to be routed out to our team members. So if you guys have any questions, we work really close together, and you guys are welcome to schedule a call with us, and we can consult with you on how we can help. So thank you again, and you guys enjoy the rest of the summit today.
Thank you. Thank you for helping out, Chris. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you guys.